Hello everyone, let's look at two new tools available in PowerToys version 099, including Grab and Move and Power Display. These tools will improve how you manage Windows and monitor settings on Windows 11. So as you know, PowerToys is an application that allows you to add more functionalities to Windows 11 or Windows 10, and the latest version brings some interesting additions. So first, let's look at Grab and Move. For the longest time, we needed to click the title bar in order to drag it around the desktop, but it is easy to miss the click at that specific area. More now that title bars are pretty much invisible, so you just need to know where that target is. So in PowerToys, now there is a new Grab and Move feature, which is available under Windowing Layouts, and when you enable it, you can use a modifier key. By default it's Alt, and from there you can press it and you can left click on it, and then you can just move around by clicking anywhere on the window. You can also press the modifier key, and then when you do a right click, you can do a movement of up and down to resize the window, and you can also go left and right to resize the window. Now, the second tool that PowerToys is making available on version 099 is under Input and Output, and that is Power Display. And when you enable that feature, you can control the hardware settings for a specific monitor from your Windows desktop. So you no longer have to reach to the physical controls on the display. So once you enable the feature, actually I had to step out of the virtual machine while recording this video because I can't access the Power Display settings through the virtual machine. So here I just have some partial area of my desktop, and as you can see, after enabling the Power Display feature, you're going to find a new icon on the system tray, and from here you can control the settings that the Power Display feature was able to detect from your monitor. And from here you can control things like contrast, brightness. You can also switch inputs. You can control the color temperature, and there is a button right here that allows you to rescan the connected monitors. And then if we go to the settings, actually that's going to open the Power Display settings on my main computer. And from here you have different things that you can control. You can control the activation shortcut. As you can see, we can show the icon on the system tray, and you can even create profiles. So this way you can switch between them to change different settings depending on the type of work that you're doing. So from here, we're just going to create profile 1, and then we're going to select the monitor. I'm not going to make any changes. I'm just going to click the setting that I want to modify, and from here you can modify it, and then just click the Save button. Now, another interesting aspect about the profiles is that it also works with the light switch feature. So if you're using the light switch feature to switch automatically between the light and the dark mode, we can actually select the profile that we want to use when the light switch changes the color mode on your computer, which can be really useful if you like different brightness and contrast depending on the actual color mode on your computer. If you want to get the latest update, make sure to go to the General tab, and from here just click the Check for Updates button and click the Install option in order to get the latest features. It's important to note that version 099 also introduces some more improvements to existing tools, including for Command Palette, Keyboard Manager, and Zoom In. For example, Command Palette now adds support for plain text and image viewer content types for extensions and persistent calculator history. There is also a new compact mode. Let me see if I can just pull that up. So if we enable the dock, you can see that this is the default view, and now we have a compact view. Now, if we go to Keyboard Manager, there is a new editor that makes it easier to create and manage remapping, including the ability to tweak recorder keys. And finally, the Zoom In feature allows you to take a screenshot while scrolling to capture long pages, such as a web page. Also, the break timer now includes a new saver mode to improve the way you step away and take breaks more efficiently. And as per usual, the company is improving other tools, including image resizer, advanced paste, and more. And there you have it. I just wanted to highlight those 2 new features, including drag and move and power displays, because I think those 2 are really going to improve how users manage Windows on the desktop and how users control monitor settings without having even to touch the physical controls. Let me know what you think about these improvements. Like the video, share, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done that yet, and I just hope this video was informative for you, and I would like to thank you for viewing.